to the 16.
Stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best two conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David. You're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Skips away from pressure. Fires on the move. And the misconnection on third down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or you say, hey, keep it. Throw that thing out there.
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes. When you want to shut this crowd up early, you don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Trying to show their strength with the run on fourth down. Give him 88 yards on the ground, and they wanted to have an identity as a running team, and he's giving them that in the season opener. And the Bulldogs will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Jean-Pierre. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
I really like this offense staying aggressive. They were in field goal range, but nice job on third down. Forget that. Let's go get the first down. Let's throw the football. Nice read.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So they move the ball 37 yards on the drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it.
Ohio State, 0.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Quarterback checking the play. Here's the handoff. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and force a tackle for a loss.
They'll run play action. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Trying to make magic with his feet.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys too, so good luck stopping him.
Fast motion from the offense. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Setting up the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down.
It's a nice effort by the running back, but in that 3rd and long situation, it's just too much work for that running back to convert that 3rd down. Really, nice job. Got to give the defense credit. They surrounded him, got him to the ground.
I don't know if this is the time for this type of risk. Offense going for it inside its own 40. Wide receiver shows motion. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
He's now up to 104 yards rushing, and he has busted the century mark in this season opener. Right back to the well. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Defense not showing press coverage. Wants to go up top. Gonna let it fly. And he makes the catch inside the 15.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Takes the easy completion. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage before he was stopped, but using the running back in the short passing game gives him a 1st down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. They're trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They'll run the option. Quick toss. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
They'll go with a direct snap. And the defense knew exactly where that 1st down line was, and they stopped him short. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
At the 16-yard line. Third down coming up. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Georgia 15, Ohio State 0.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Now the play fake. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And not much else could go wrong. A defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Pittsburgh has the lead right now. The Steel City has been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 4 over the Royals. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs, so it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
And the Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. On second down, he's looking downfield. He'll throw it. And while the pass is incomplete, the flag is down. I think that was a free play for this offense. Defense was in the neutral zone. That is a costly penalty on this defense. Now they're dealing with a 2nd and 2. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He's looking for an open man on second down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And the ball is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. First down for this offense. Past the 30. Oh, look out. There he goes. Touchdown, Georgia! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Number 5.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
The kicker on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Georgia 28, Ohio State 0.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to go in.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gutierrez. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw it again. He looks that one in nicely. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. They'll try the run. And he delivers the blow, and he's still running. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Quarterback adapting. Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Feeling some heat. Laundry down on the field as the pass is incomplete, but let's see what the penalty is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. It's a 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Catch in the middle. It's Hale. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the 1st down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. This time they'll go to the running game. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. Getting set for the point after. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Makes the grab outside. It's Jean-Pierre. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They'll leave it with him. The Dogs will move the sticks. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, pound, pound. The dog pound. Run the football. Be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
Going up top on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
After the incompletion, here comes 2nd and 10 from the 32. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
Offense goes toss play to the right. Now, defensively, if you're going to stop these perimeter runs, your DBs better be able to get off blocks and go make a tackle. And right now, the secondary, they look like they're struggling trying to handle the run game.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Now adjusting. Gets rid of it. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Still running at the 40. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Handoff from the gun. Shakes off the tackler. Got some room in into the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. If it's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Get it out on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody. Tackle, and this offense generates a massive play. I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
2nd down after that incompletion. Can't connect on his first throw.
Well, I don't know if the big fella got freaked out because he was so wide open on that play, but that is a catch he has got to make for his quarterback.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Unloads to the right. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Quarterback checking off. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Makes the grab on the left. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
I'll tell you, I know they're losing the game. It's only the first half, but this offense, obviously, they've spent some time practicing 2-minute throughout the week. You can see they're really in rhythm, they're really in focus, and they're attacking the right areas of the field in order to try to maintain as much clock as possible.
Now from inside the red zone. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect their quarterback a little bit better.
Back to the ground game on the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Dumps it to the back. And that pass is intercepted.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players, certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
They go to the ground. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. These corners going to give these receivers some space. They make the stop, and that is the end of the 1st half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Ready to get things going here in the 2nd half as Georgia about to kick it away.
Set to kick this one away.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the 2nd half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Off play action. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Yeah, and man, you talk about being down at the half. What's one thing I need to do? I got to protect my quarterback. In the first series here now, you're getting your quarterback hit and taken to the ground. This offense has to protect that dude at all costs.
At the 40, there he goes. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing him. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. The give to the tailback. At the 20, he's got space. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
Steps away. And the ball's on the ground. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player, but man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming, and you really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. Direct snap. Can't get him to the ground. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. That's caught. It's Jean-Pierre. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback.
Open runway ahead. Running inside the 20. Touchdown Bulldogs. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper came on that 62-yard run to the house. He'll bring it out. It's key. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Turns it on down the left side. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Troy is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in the Fun Belt, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 7 over the Pandas. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into traffic, picks off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
Headed to the end zone. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Touchdown, Buckeye! Ready to try the point after. They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. They're just about ready to kick it away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw. He's going to take off. Oh, ball's out. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Georgia 35, Ohio State 28.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. On the option. Now the pitch. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. He's piled up 112 yards rushing, and with that run, he's now over 100 yards on this opening day. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Coming after it. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. It's complete to the left. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Georgia sends out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Offense set on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He turns that loose down the right side. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they've moved out front here in the 4th. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. On the option. Now the pitch. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
He makes the connection. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that 1st down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the 1st down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Man, as a defense, you're like, oh, they're going to draw us offside. They're going to draw us offside. They're not going to go for it. They go for it, and you get the big stop. You set your offense up. You turn the momentum. This defense should be feeling really good about themselves.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big 1st down.
Yeah, you got to be impressed with this offense, man. 4th quarter, they've been money. Great job putting drives together. Nice play there as well, but this offense has saved their best for the last part of this football game when they needed it the most.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Looking to scramble. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Off the play fake. Caught in the backfield. It's Gutierrez. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
After that incompletion on 3rd and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach, because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on 4th down and pad the lead, but if you kick a field goal, you make it a 2-possession game here in the second half, and I think that's the right decision.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll try to blast their way in. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You get down here in the red zone, and you get close to the end zone, and you get goal-to-go situations, you've got to be physical, and I love teams that can run the football. They run the football, hand it to the running back, he does the rest, puts it in the end zone.
Bringing it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to...
He's going to throw deep right side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some 1st downs and march down the field.
They're bringing heat. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
Great job up front on this pass rush. Defense in a dime personnel group, and they've got 6 DBs on the field. They're expecting pass, so they're going to have to win with 4 guys. And they're
trying to burn this defensive back. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too.
Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get 1 more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Getting some heat. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. The pitch. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. 1st down here for the offense. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. At the 45 on his way. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly. That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work 1st and 10. Now on the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Great job by the defense ending this ball game. Don't give them any life. Great job forcing the fumble. You already got the lead. You take the ball back with a little bit of time. Nail meet coffin.
Quick release on the RPO. Still running at the 40. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the 4th quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
Moves away as he feels pressure. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? And the fumble will go out of bounds. They'll lose a few on that one.
Man, you talk about a helpless feeling. When you're the guy who fumbled and you're watching that thing roll towards the sidelines, you're like, please get out of bounds, and it does. Tell you what, the offense has the lead. That was a big-time play for that thing to get out of bounds and not cost them a turnover.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Trying play action. Now he's going to break the pocket. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
And, man, it can be dangerous when quarterbacks get outside the pocket. They can stress your defense so bad. You better chase them. You got to keep running as hard as you can and try to get to him before he can throw that football, and especially square those shoulders up. Nice job by the defense continuing to pursue, even though he got outside the pocket.
He's got great speed. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something. Put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback moving. Slings it downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Inside the 25. They'll snap it from the 24. 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Using his feet to buy time. It's caught downfield. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. The snap sets up the throw. Using his legs to buy some time. And the pass is incomplete, looking for a little salve for the wound, but the ball game is over. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week, and for the first week, they get it done.
Great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season, but 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the